Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Haggett Hill. I'm still up at the farm working, and you probably can't see it behind me, but there's an old pond right here in the woods about 15 yards right off the edge. It used to hold water, and it would be holding water if we hadn't had such a dry summer. But all this brush in here, I'm going to try to clear it out. Right behind where you're standing at is my shooting house, and I want to be able to see the pond if the deer come to get a drink. So watch along as I take the V1000 and the drum mulcher and clear some of this brush out. Well, all right, everybody. I got it cleared out back to the old pond. Hopefully we'll get a little rain before deer season, get some water back in there. But you really can't see, but behind you, I've got a clear path that the deer can see the pond from the food plot, which they know it's here anyway. And then from the shooting house over here, I can see the pond and see this little corner area. So got it cleaned out pretty good, getting ready for deer season. Let me give you an overview of what we're looking at here, just so you kind of get an idea. Again, there's the pipeline, there's the shooting house, here's the pond right there. Again, no water in it, but maybe we'll get some before deer season. And then right about here, down about 50 yards that way, and about 25 yards or so wide is the food plot. A great big walnut tree right in the middle. So thanks for watching along with this project here on Haggett Hill. The Derette V1000 and the mulcher did a great job, but nope, it's not a 100-horse skid steer, nor is it meant to be. But for what we want to do up here at the farm and at my house, it'll do just fine. I thank you all for stopping by and watching this project here on Haggett Hill. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to help the channel grow. Also, please leave me a comment. I like to read the comments. I like to answer each and every one of them. Thanks again for watching, and God bless to you and your family.